Good afternoon. It's an honor to present Bill Hamilton. Look at this. If you mess up. To present Bill Hamilton as one of the inaugural pillars of the Foot and Ankle Society. Unfortunately, because of a minor medical illness, he's not here, but he's going to be live stream with us. And Bill is very appreciative of this award. We all associate Bill Hamilton with the New York City Ballet in New York City, but he's really a Southern boy. He was born in Oklahoma during the Great Depression and moved to Louisiana at age 3. He went to Sewanee Military Academy in Tennessee. He got his engineering degree from Princeton, where he played varsity football. He states he was the fastest guy on the team with the worst hands, which is a little surprising given how good his hands were in the operating room. He was also a member of the Princeton Flying Club, and these guys would fly airplanes around the campus. He served our nation as U.S. Army in the field artillery in Nuremberg, Germany, which he credits for his loss of hearing. He went to Columbia Medical School in 1960, did his residency at New York Orthopedic Hospital, and did a pediatric orthopedic fellowship. He then went into practice at Roosevelt Hospital, which is right next to Lincoln Center, with Peter Lamott, Andrew Patterson, J.C. Parks. And it's here where he started seeing some of the dancers. And he caught the eye of George Balanchine, who's one of the founder of the sort of modern ballet, and according to many publications, one of the greatest artists of the 20th century. He asked him to be the orthopedist for the New York City Ballet, and then the School of American Ballet. Baryshnikov came from Russia to train with Balanchine, and then he went to the American Ballet Theater and asked Bill to become the orthopedist for the Ballet Theater. And so for 40 years, he was the orthopedist for these two companies and for the ballet. He also practiced at Roosevelt for many years with Francesca Thompson. He also always maintained privileges at special surgery, and we were fortunate for the combined HSS Foot and Ankle Roosevelt Fellowship, and he did this from 1990 to 2014. I met him during my fellowship year from 1992 to 1993. And this is where I really saw the magic for the first time. If you spend a day with Bill Hamilton, it's like watching a master craftsman. Nothing is ever hurried. Nothing is rushed. He can have an office full of patients. He makes everyone feel comfortable. He makes the patients feel comfortable. He makes the fellow feel comfortable. His clinical and surgical skills were superb. Everything he did was effortless. He's a fantastic listener. As you know, many of you are friends with him, he always has time to listen to you. He always asks about your family. He always asks truly how you are doing. He made himself the world authority on dance medicine sports by spending thousands of unpaid hours at ballet classes and performance. Every Friday morning, at least once a week, he would go watch ballet class. And as a fellow, he would take you and say, all right, don't tell Francesca, we're going to go watch some ballet. And we'd sneak over and watch a ballet class. And to watch a ballet class with Bill Hamilton is one of the greatest experiences of my life. I had no idea what was going on. I'm from Ohio. I showed up in New York City. I had never seen ballet in my life. He taught me more in 6 months about ballet, or in 6 minutes, than I'd ever even dreamed of. And the patients were so appreciative of him. He had a ballet bar in his office. The dancers would come in. They would do their different moves that would cause pain. I would have no idea what was going on. He said, of course this is reproducible because of this move that they do. And it was just watching a master craftsman. It was really, really special. Here he's showing the plantar flexion sign with the painful os trigonum. All of these hours that he spent making himself the ballet doctor were unpaid. I mean, it's a whole different era. Very few of us do anything that's not remunerated. Thousands and thousands of hours were finally recognized by the international dance community for a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2011, and also this last year for the New York City Ballet and American Ballet Theater. Both gave him awards. I want to thank Rick Ferkel for helping organize a tribute to Bill in 2012. We all met in San Francisco at the AOFAS, former fellows, former presidents, and had a great night telling stories about Bill and having Bill tell us some of his wonderful stories. I've never met a person who's achieved so much in their life who has no enemies. I have never met another orthopedist who's ever said anything negative to me about Bill Hamilton. I'm sure since I started talking here, a couple people have thought negative things about me. But Bill Hamilton, it doesn't exist. He is universally well-liked. That's for Haddad. And these pictures just show the warmth and love that we all have for him. I've been fortunate for the past 2 years. He's been practicing in my office with myself, Donna Astian, Andrew Elliott, and Chris Hubbard, all former fellows of his. He comes in 1 or 2 days a week, sees 3 or 4 patients, hangs out with us, tells us a couple jokes, and then he goes home. It's really a special time for us. I want to thank all the people who have contributed to this pillar. It was the easiest money I've ever raised. Everyone said yes. Every single fellow we contacted said yes, they'd be happy to participate. All of his former colleagues contributed, as well as many AOFAS members. Finally, I'm going to leave with 2 slides. One, I can't leave without some Hamiltonisms. And these are things he would tell me, but they just stick in my mind. Life is not a dress rehearsal. Often I'd talk to him, I said, I did like 7 cases. I got out at like 8 o'clock at night. And he said, hey, this is not the way it's supposed to be. You get 1 chance at this. He would constantly remind me that work is great, but you have to live your life. He would also have the corollary to that. You don't want to be the richest man in the graveyard. You made the rookie mistake. That's one of his favorites. We would always talk about the rookie mistake. One of my favorite lines of my fellowship is when a woman came in and pretty much tortured him for 45 minutes from the Upper East Side about, she didn't need an operation, but just wanted to talk about her foot. And she walked out and he said, that's a first-class lady. She deserves a first-class bill. He loved Yogi Berra. He loves Yogi Berra. You made the wrong mistake. That was a common one in the operating room. When we did the second case, the second bunion in a row, he said, it's like deja vu all over again. You can observe a lot just by watching, and when you see a fork in the road, take it. And that's what he did. He was not planning on becoming a ballet doctor. The opportunity presented to him, and he went with it. And also one of his favorites was Louis Pasteur. Chance favors prepared mind, and there's no one who's more prepared in the office or in the operating room than Bill Hamilton. And finally, Bill sent me this yesterday, words from the great man himself.
Hi there. I just want to say 3 things. What an honor it is to receive this acknowledgement from the Foot and Ankle Society. It's a great group, and it just gets larger and better all the time. Especially to be included with John Gould, who really was a pillar of the AOFAS. Second, I just wanted to say what they said in old Rome. Ave et Vale, which means hail and farewell. And third, I just can't remember what the third one was.
He couldn't resist doing that. So I thank you. I get to present this to Scott, who's one of Bill's fellows, and also on behalf of Bill, thank you very much.